kicking off. Jeez. Has it already been a month of football? Crazy. Somehow the lights are on at Brookvale. I was seeing everywhere that there was an electrical fire. It was bucketing down rain. The middle of the field looked like a swamp. There was lightning. I didn't think this game was going to go ahead. And lo and behold, we can't let DCE's return to Brookvale get postponed. So they're going to play in what's going to be the equivalent of Shrek's living quarters. So I am intrigued to see this game because there's two teams that are, in my opinion, pretty struggling, right? You've got Manly, obviously, haven't won a game yet. Offensively, pretty challenged at this point and with a struggling forward pack. And the Roosters are playing nowhere near to the ability of their squad. And there's obviously a lot of questions around how well Cherry Evans and Walker are combining. One of them needs to take the reins, and I think it should be Sam Walker. And I think DCE just needs to be the captain of this team and just sort of, be the guy to just make sure everybody's in the right position for Sam Walker to do his thing. But I don't know. I don't know whether DCE has the humility to do that. Is my concern. Because he was the number one guy at Manly for more than a decade. And now he's walked into the system where he is probably at best the third option in attack behind Walker and obviously Tedesco. So I don't know how this is going to go. Late switch for Manly. Late switch for Manly with Brendan Wakeham starting at dummy half and Jake Simpkin coming off the bench, which is not necessarily what I expected going into this game. I didn't think that Simpkin had done anything wrong, especially not anything bad enough to be dropped for Brendan Wakeham. So I'm intrigued to see what Anthony Seibolt's plan there is. Otherwise, we've got the Simeone Laiafi guy on the bench. Lots of great raps from him in New South Wales Cup. So I am very, very intrigued to see how he goes if he actually gets any playing time. Let me have a look at his stats, actually. Players. Not State of Origin. Not fun. Here we go. Simeone Laiafi. There he is. He's 191, 116. He's 19 years old. Good grief. Averages 130. He's played one game. He played one game against Newcastle where they got pumped. He had 5 tackle breaks, 137 metres, 1 offload, 14 tackles. For 45 minutes at prop, that's not bad. He seems definitely more like an impact forward than what's going to be a big minute guy for this forward pack. So they have too many of those people now with the Pasekas and the Waddells and the Bullimores and all these sorts of guys. I think they've got too many meter-eating forwards as opposed to some solid people like your Kobe Etheringtons. Yeah. Nevertheless, I'm always intrigued to see how a young forward goes because Lord knows the Cowboys never play any of them. Roosters, I think, are 1 to 19 from named at the beginning of the round, so Billy Smith has returned. I wonder how, because obviously the strength of this Roosters team is supposed to be its attack, and with the conditions and the circumstances surrounding this game, Manly could very, very well be up for this. And Brookvale is always a tough place to go. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about how this game's going to go. What I do know is that it's probably going to be terrible. For lack of a better word. Two struggling teams, just inclement conditions going on in Sydney right now. I don't know how these teams are going to cope. Both of these teams rely pretty heavily on their outside backs to get stuff done. And this sort of game may not suit them at all. This could be a very low-scoring game. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see how this game ends up playing out. There's about 5 minutes to kick off. Miraculous kickoff, anyway. Yeah. Oh yes, I got 5 minutes. I might as well go through what I've done with my fantasy team. So I have 100 people out. I lost Couchman. I lost Chester. I lost Mooney. Fafita's out. Haas is out. I've lost so many people. So what I've done is I held on to Dylan Brown for the sake of looping last week. So I traded him to Alex Twal just because I want to have some fun this year. And he's been going okay, and I don't want to get Hamish Stewart because he's got concussion issues. So Alex Twal comes in, and I'm getting rid of Payne Haas because we know from the end of last year that niggling AC joint injuries can easily become like a long-term thing from Toby Couchman from last year. So I think I'm going to move on from Payne Haas. I brought in Herbie Farnworth simply because I think I need the centre depth more than I need No, because Mooney is back next week, so I don't need to worry about trading in a mid unless something completely insane happens. But no, yeah, Herbie is in my team. Nathan Cleary is my captain. Adam Dewey is playing, hopefully, but I have coverage for him if things go awry. So I'm fairly set. I'm only rolling with 16 because it's all I can physically do. But I feel like a lot of people are going to be doing that just based on the nightmare that was last week. But I can't wait to trade it in Alex Twal, and he does a syndesmosis injury and only gets like 22. That's just going to be the cherry on top of what has been just a terrible month of fantasy football so far. But yeah, looking at the rest of the week before we get into this, obviously the preview episode came out this morning. I've had a massive couple of days, so I didn't get it out yesterday. Hopefully that won't become a regular thing. Hopefully I can start getting it out on hopefully Wednesday nights. So that would be ideal. But, it got out before the game and that's all that matters. You know what? I was pretty happy with it. Although we had some funnier moments in that one than we did the past few ones. So, good stuff. Yes, Friday night, the Broncos, Dolphins battle at Brisbane. The most hyped but almost always least interesting rivalry match. I don't know. Reynolds is back for the Bronx. I don't know how that's going to go. Manly getting ready to run out. Tom Trbojevic is really tall. I just realised that he towers over 90% of the rest of the team. Like, only Saab and Olakawatu can really hold a candle to him. That's crazy. Anyway, we are about ready to get underway. So we will see how this goes. Final predictions, I do think the Roosters are going to win. I think it'll be fairly close, just based on the conditions. But I would not be surprised if Manly put up a fairly decent fight. They could be up for this. I think I've got Tom Trbojevic scoring a try at some point, because this could be the style of game where he just ends up scoring 3 tries for no apparent reason because of how slippery it is. So I'm interested. I wouldn't say excited, but I am interested. Yeah, out come the Roosters. What sort of receptions Daly going to get? Hold on, I want to hear this. Oh, he gets like booed. Oh dear. He's copping it from the fans right now. He's smiling about it. Good on him. Sam Walker's giving fair play to Daly. That's fine. Billy Smith coming out. Yeah, look at all the players giving him the support, because that would be one of the worst feelings in the world, right? You gave so much to that club and you just happen to move away and then they will hate you. And out come Manly. I nearly ran into the trophy. Oh, it's the Gotcha for Life one. Okay, that's good. Jake Trbojevic with the weirdest looking headgear I've ever seen. What is that? It looks like a tire. Oh no, camera's gone out of focus. Hello, there we go. We've been doing that recently. I'm not fully certain why. With Brooks, there's Trebojevic. He looks. You know those like things they get for people with ADHD, the popping like almost like sheets with the popping bubbles? That's what his headgear looks like if it were black. Kickoff is underway. Round 4. Be fielded by Brooks in the end goal. The first hit up's going to be taken by Tanyella for second. He puts a shoulder in the Egan Butcher and is stopped at 10. They're going to spread it early out to Garrick, out to Saab, and Saab's already down the sideline. 30, 40, 50. Tedesco's there to catch him. Trebojevic is there. 20, 10. Manly have scored within the first 30 seconds, and it's Tom Trebojevic. That's going to feel good if you are Manly and their fan base. Daly Cherry Evans is just standing there laughing. Wow. It's just simple passing. Daniel Tupou so far in field, Sam Walker was so far in field, and Saab is just too quick. And, you know, classic Tom Trebojevic backup play. The perfect start for Manly, really. It can't be any better than that. There's a few empty seats, but it's a pretty decent turnout given how the night played out. Well, that's landed nice. Wow. What a start. Just simple. That's just the Roosters not being awake. And that's where Manly are going to play most of this game, probably, because for as much as the ground is wet, it doesn't actually look like it's raining. So maybe they can be a little bit more free-flowing with the football, and you might see a bit from Saab, and probably from Tolu Kola as well, now that I think about it. You know, Fogarty lines up to take the kick from dead in front, and it is 6-0 Manly after 2 minutes. Wow. That's crazy. It's just perfect. It's just perfect from Manly. They go exactly through their strengths. They are so quick in the outside backs. In that, like two of the best New South Wales halfbacks in a foot race. And yeah, they go over immediately. So the Roosters have to kick off for the second time already. And the kick is away. And it is again going to be fielded by Brooks. And again, the first hit up is going to be taken by Tanyella for second. And again, he puts a shoulder into Egan Butcher and gets over the 10. And Butcher is down. Butcher has not gotten up. It's going to be a run from, I think that was Ben Trebojevic. I couldn't quite make out who that was. But Egan Butcher, very, very groggy. Tom Trebojevic is holding him up and he's going to go off. He just put the shoulder directly into... Paseka put his shoulder directly into Egan Butcher's chin. And yeah, that's a big shoulder. And he went down immediately. Yeah. That sucks, man. I like Egan Butcher too. Wow. Yeah, he'll go off for an HIA, and you'll imagine that'll probably be the end of his night. As he's going to come from the field after 3 minutes. Blake Steep probably comes on, or they're going to play Connor Watson at lock. I wonder what this reshuffle is going to be. That run, sorry, that was Kobe Hetherington, who's about to play the ball to Brendan Wakeham on the second. Egan Butcher taking his time getting off the field. Who's going to come on? It is Connor Watson who's come on. And Luke Brooks has put the ball down immediately. It falls into the hands of Daly Cherry Evans. And he's going to be tackled at Manly's 40. And he's put the ball down. So, you know, first knock on, no advantage. So the first knock on here is Luke Brooks. He just gets a hard shot there from Siwa Wong, pops the ball out. And it's picked up by Cherry Evans, and he gets tackled by, I think, Ben Trebojevic was in there, and he puts the ball down. So I think it'll be Roosters' ball because of the double knock on. I don't think you can say Daly took advantage there. Yeah, no. The Roosters are feeding the scrum in the middle of the field. They're set up to go to the left, it looks like. And they switch it back right side to Robert Toyer. And he can't quite get past Luke Brooks. And he's tackled 28 out from Manly's line. Good early opportunity here for the Roosters. It's now Fahu White tries to get past. And he's thrown to the ground by Olakawatu. And he tried to get up and keep going. And he was called out. And now Fahu White's in disbelief about that. But on the second, they go to Watson. Watson to Walker. Walker turns Crichton underneath. And he's going to be stopped by 4 Manly people. 18 metres out, basically in front of the uprights. They're going to go right to Walker. Walker goes to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans short to Wong. Wong can't quite break free of Kohler, but he's only tackled 5 metres out with the help of Trebojevic. Set restart. They go Walker. Left side to Tedesco. Tedesco dummies. Beats one. Can't beat Olakawatu, and he's tackled about 5 metres out with the help of Paseka. Now Robson. He goes to Watson. Watson shows and is stopped by Hetherington with the help of a few friends. He's about 5 metres out. Robson. They go short. Lindsay Collins is going to try and crash over, and he's stopped half a metre out by Homole Olakawatu. Robson fires the ball to DCE. Tap on from Toya to Mark Nwanganitawasi, and he's met pretty quickly by some good Roosters. Sea Eagles defence. It was Lehigh Hopewadi. Cherry Evans now. Walker. They spread it left through Watson. Watson. Cutout ball tipped, nearly intercepted by Garrick, but he couldn't hold on to it. And then, yeah, knock on against Ruben Garrick there. I don't think that was necessary. I don't think that pass was actually going to get to anybody. Saab was there as well. But nevertheless, Roosters, again, good attacking opportunity here. They've spent quite a bit of time down this end now. Let's see if they can make anything of it. I think they just got shocked by Manly's inside the first minute try. So Walker's feeding the scrum from the left side. They go right to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans. Short goes to Wong. Good tackle there from Kohler. He's going to give away a set restart with that second effort there. They go short right side to Tedesco. He can't beat Ben Trebojevic with the help of Luke Brooks around the legs, and that'll be the first. So now Cherry Evans turns White underneath, and he's going to try and barge his way over. Now Fahu White stopped 2 metres out.
Yeah, the boos.
Yes, the boos were hilarious.
It's funny, bro.
DCE goes to Walker. Walker shows. Eventually throws a Harbour Bridge ball to Tupou, who beats Saab. Can't beat Garrick. And eventually Fogarty gets there to stop him 3 metres out on the third. Smith from dummy half goes to Walker. Walker to Cherry Evans. They go to the far right now through Wong. Wong can't beat Brooks. Good tackle there on the fourth, 10 metres out. Short right side to go to DCE, who works his way back to the left. The pass finds the ground, then to Tedesco. Wong's going to try and barge over. Offloads it out. Toya! Nwanganitawasi's going to score. What a pass from Robert Toya! And I think Nwanganitawasi's going to be trying to claim an 8-point try for Brooks hitting him after he's put the ball down. He might have copped a knee to the head. This is going to be really interesting. But Nwanganitawasi has scored on some good ball movement from the Roosters there. It's Tedesco working back. Wong, one-handed. Oh, that's great hands from Robert Toya. I wonder how they're going to adjudicate this. Good pass. It's a one-handed offload from Wong to Toya, and then Toya just... You wouldn't find his fingerprints on that pass. That was excellent. So now it's 6-4. Walker's going to have a kick to tie it up, and maybe a second one to put them in the lead. I am interested to see how they rule on this one. Because, yeah, Mark got up. He was clutching at his head. I think he might have copped Luke Brooks' knee. Let's see. 28 games, 27 tries. What an incredible strike rate. Let's see. So Walker is first going to be set up about 2 metres in from the right touch line. Because, like, Mark feigned like he was going to try and bring it around and then went to put the ball down really quickly. I wonder if he did that intentionally. Okay, so try's being confirmed. Is it going to be an 8-point try? Let's see. Walker. Walks in, strikes it, starts it out to the right. It's coming back. It hits the right upright. No good. 6-4. Looks like it's going to remain the scoreline. So within 8 minutes, we've had 2 fairly high-quality tries. Just good ball movement there. What a pass from Toya. Just excellently done. Yeah, you can see Tedesco and Mark were all like, hey, you hit me after I grounded it, sir. And the referee was not having a bar of it. So now, Ruben Garrett gets us back underway. It's going to be fielded by Nwang'anitawase. He's going to take the hit up over the 10. Runs into Kohler, finds his front nearly at the 20. That's a good return from Mark. Now quick out of dummy half is Daly Cherry Evans. Trying to catch people offside, doesn't, and he's tackled at the 30 on the second. Now we're going to be taking Siwa Wong off the left foot, tries to shake Wakeham and can't. He only gains about 6. They go left to Watson. Watson short to Collins, and Collins big shot under the ribs there from Olakawatu. He holds onto it and gets over the 40 on the 4th. Tedesco now. Oh, Hetherington tried to put a big shot on and glanced him at halfway. So DCE tries to put a spiral kick up. Instead, it comes down really quickly. Simple bounce taken by Hopewadi at his own 10. Here we go. So now hit up going to be taken to Tolu Kola. Ducks and runs and tries to gain some meters. It's only about 5. Now Trebojevic. He takes a hit up and gets over the 20, and then it's pushed back behind the 20 by Lindsay Collins and Connor Watson. Now Ruben Garrick has to jump to catch that pass from dummy half, and as a result, only gains about 4 meters. On the 4th, they're only 25 out from their own line. Trebojevic is going to take a run now. Jake, that is, and his headgear comes off immediately on his first run of the game. On the last, he gained about 10, so from 35... Fogarty puts it down. It's going to be fielded at the Roosters 10. That's a good kick. It's Daniel Tupou. And he gets over the 20 and cuts back into Ruben Garrick and he tries to spin away. He's brought down just shy of his own 30. So the Roosters immediately winning this field position battle as Billy Smith is put down quickly on the 2nd. Now Nwang'anitawase is going to try and get some meters and he runs into both the forward Trebojeviches at the 40 on the 3rd. Go right side to Wong for the hit up, and Wong finds his front. Brooks was in that one, as was Hetherington. Quick play, the ball over halfway goes to Tedesco. Tedesco trying to find a gap. Tackled it. Manly 40. On the last, they go short right side to Cherry Evans, and he puts the kick up. It's going to be fielded well by Trebojevic with pressure in his face. That's a good take. 15 out from his own line. Now can Manly find some meters? Saab trying to get some. No. 4 Roosters are there to push him back to essentially where he started. 15 out from his own line. Ruben Garrick now. He got a little bit ahead of steam and he got over the 20. That's what you want. There's now Farku White in that tackle along with Angus Crichton. Now Lehigh Hopewadi takes the hit up. He gets the offload to Wakeham. And Wakeham trying to find some space and he's stopped at his own 30 on the 4th. Now Fogarty. Quick kick, he's looking for a 40-20. Does he have the angle? It's going to skid along this grass. It curves towards the sideline. Marky Marcus, how in the world has he saved that? He finds the pass inside to Tedesco, and Tedesco is going to be tackled at the 20, but my word, Nwang'anitawase has saved a 40-20 there. Let's look at this. He uses the slickness of the ground to slide as the Roosters spread the ball to Daniel Tupou in the middle of the field, and he's tackled on the 3rd, about 25 out. They show short side Walker back inside to Watson, and he's tackled at the 40 on the 4th. Run now Fahu White, good 14-meter run there from Fahu White, over halfway now. Daly Cherry Evans is going to put the kick up. Trebojevic is going to settle under it. He's going to find Hopewadi for the run, and he breaks out of the Robson tackle, but is eventually stopped by Lindsay Collins, who was claiming he had the ball, but clearly didn't. Now Saab with the hit up, and Saab doesn't get pushed back this time. He only gains about 4 meters, so it's still inside their own 20. Fogarty finds Olakawatu, and he finds his feet for a while, gains a few extra meters, tackled 23 out from his own line on the 3rd. Trebojevic goes to Brooks. Brooks holds it up. Nearly finds a gap. Couldn't get rid of the ball because of the tackle from Siwa Wong. On the 4th, they're inside their own 30. Wakeham shows is tackled maybe high by Collins, not called. On the last, Fogarty's going to have to kick from his own 30 again. He tries to put some torpedo on it. It's going to come down quick. Good take from Tedesco over the 30. Return to the 40. Eventually tackled by Hetherington. 5 shy of halfway. The Roosters are really starting to turn the screws here. Set restart. Over halfway is Nwangani Tawasi on the 1st. Now it's Watson with the hit up, and he shows and tries to spin away from Hetherington, but can't. Is tackled basically at Manly's 40. Walker goes to Crichton. Crichton runs directly at Jamal Fogarty, and he gets some help from Oluwatu and Garrick eventually to be brought down at the 30. Now Robson goes short side to Walker again. Walker, couldn't find Smith with the pass, so he has to hold on to it in the Wakeham tackle at the 25 in from the left touchline. Cherry Evans spreads it right to Watson. Watson goes to Tedesco. Tedesco to Toya. Toya can't beat Kohler. Up wide, he's there to make the tackle on the last. 20 out. It's going to be a kick from Cherry Evans. He's going to be looking for Nwangani Tawasi. He can't get a clean run to it. It's taken by Tom Trebojevic. 5 out. Manly survive, but can they get some meterage going? Opawati takes the hit up, and he is pushed back a couple of meters. He's at his own, basically, 8. On the 2nd, now it's Kohler. And he only gains about 4. He's about 12 out from his own line on the 3rd. They go left for a Ben Trebojevic run. He gets over the 20. That's a better one. Probably 10 meters there on the 4th. Middle of the field, Jake Trebojevic to Fogarty. Fogarty to Tom Trebojevic. Then he goes to Garrick, who tries to cut back in field and is met with 3 Roosters defenders on the last 25 out. Brooks has to try and get some power behind this, and it's going to be caught on the Roosters' own 20 by Tedesco. He brings it back past the 30, and he's going to get to nearly the 40, and he passes it to Nwangani Tawasi, and he gets to halfway on the 1st. Roosters have all the momentum. Toya beats the tackle from Marker. Is eventually brought down by Hetherington and Jake Trebojevic at the 40. At a dummy half is Siwa Wong, and he gains another 10 meters. It was the forward Trebojevic is there. Cherry Evans turns white underneath, and he's going to run back at where Wong was, and he gains 9 meters, or he's stopped by Ben Trebojevic and Kobe Hetherington. On the 4th, Cherry Evans in the middle of the field goes left to Walker. Walker can't get the pass to Tedesco, so he throws it to ground, and it's found by Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans feigns the kick and is put down easily by Luke Brooks on the last 23 out. So Walker, he's going to put the kick up for Daniel Tupou. Can Tupou get there? No. Saab is there, basically uncontested. 5 out. Manly survive again. But you wonder how long they can keep going like this in their own end. As Garrick can't get past his own 10. He's driven back 5 meters by Watson and Collins. Sydney, the Roosters have already been tackled 24 times in Manly's half as they spread it left through Brooks to Kohler. Kohler can't beat Toya. They're on their own 10 on the 3rd. Now the run going to be taken by Ben Trebojevic, and he gains about 8. He's on the 4th. Trying to claim a penalty, can't get one. So out of dummy half, it's Wakeham who goes to Tom Trebojevic, and he gets to the 30. So on the last, they're on their own 30. Fogarty's going to need some power behind this. Goes high. It's going to be fielded basically on the Roosters' 10. That's a good kick. So Tupou brings it back past his own 20. Runs towards the middle of the field, and is tackled 33 out from his own line by Kobe Hetherington and Taniela Paseka. Now Cherry Evans goes to Nwangani Tawasi for the hit up, and he gets over the 40 with Brooks and Kohler involved in that tackle. On the 2nd, they go short right side, Cherry Evans, and he finds Tedesco on the cutout pass. And he's brought down by Jake Trebojevic, who's very far wide on that edge. At Manly's 40, Cherry Evans drifts left, finds Walker. Walker dummies the Harbour Bridge ball and has to take the Olakawatu tackle on Manly's 40. He slipped over. No set restart there. So Robson at a dummy half. Can't beat Olakawatu. On the last, they're at Manly's 30. So the kick's going to be done by Daly Cherry Evans. And under it, Tom Trebojevic has put the ball down. Falls into the lap of now Fahu White. who's going to try and get to the line. Beats one. He's tackled 5 meters out by Luke Brooks and Jamal Fogarty. Roosters have a chance to get the lead here. 0 tackle. Watson goes to Cherry Evans right, to Tedesco. Tedesco to Toya. Can Toya find Mark? He does! Nwangani Nawasi has pulled off another stunner! He finds all the ways to score. Mark Nwangani Nawasi has a first half double. And it's just, again, good ball movement from the Roosters. Drifting across, Watson to Cherry Evans to Tedesco. Good ball to Toya. Toya holds up Kohler just enough to give Mark the space. Keeps his feeder. That is just stellar from Marky Mark there. Look at this. He's got it in both hands. Kohler got solid contact on it. He manages to ground it just inside the in-goal area, I think. Let's see. Going for the line. Kohler hits him. That's just absurd. That is just ridiculous. There's nothing this man can't do. So it's going to be 8-6 now, once this try is confirmed. And the Roosters, after conceding that very early try, have fought their way back. And you can see they're just winning the battle in the ruck. Yeah, try is confirmed as we're about to hit the 20-minute mark in this game. And yeah, 20-minute mark. Knows how to score tries. That was a terrible joke. That right edge is looking really, really good. That Tedesco, Toya, Nwangani Nawasi combo. It's coming along really nicely. So now, Walker sets up from essentially the sideline. Essentially, he's on the right sideline. Moves in, strikes it, starts it out right again. Again, can't bring it back enough. So it remains 8-6 Roosters with 21-22 left in the first half, as the rain seems to have started coming down at Four Pines Park. That's just incredible. That's incredible from Nwangani Nawasi in these conditions. And you can see the Manly fans just like, yeah, of course he scored that. Of course he scored it. Man. Alrighty. We're going to get back underway here through the boot of Ruben Garrick. Maybe. We're waiting. Marky Mark sucking in the big ones. There we go. We're underway. Kick's going to be fielded by Cherry Evans. And the first hit-up is going to be now Fahu White out of the end goal. And he's going to be pushed by Cherry Evans over the 10. And he's going to be tackled 12 out, 10 in from the right touchline. Nwangani Nawasi with the hit-up now. He only gains about 5 meters. He's stopped by Trebojevic, Jake, and Luke Brooks. They go left to Collins, and he takes the hit up, and he tucks the shoulder into, I think, Corey Waddell, who's on the field. Watson shows. Oh, he beat Fogarty, but Garrick was there to make the tackle on the 4th. 35 out. Here's Daly Cherry Evans looking for a 40-20. Got a lot of height on it. It's going to skid, take a turn towards the sideline. Hopewadi has to trap it with his feet, and he's tackled by Toya and Wong, 15 out from his own line. Now the hit-up going to be taken by Tom Trebojevic, and he gets over the 20, and it's Collins and Wong this time on the tackle. In the middle of the field, Jason Saab with the hit-up, and he runs into White and Watson, and I think it looks like Reece Robson was there as well, and he's just shy of his own 30. Now Waddell with the hit-up, 6 again. Another ruck infringement called. 35 out on the first. Now they go to Fogarty. Fogarty dummies to Olakawatu. Can't beat Collins. Gets over the 40 on the second. There's only one marker, so Wakeham's going to look to scoot. Instead, he finds Waddell. Waddell finds Brooks, who turns it inside to Trebojevic, outside to Ben Trebojevic, and now Lehigh Hopewadi trying to find some space. Can't quite beat Nwangani Nawasi, but gets inside the Roosters' 40. As Ben Trebojevic now takes the hit up. Good waist tackle there from Rob Toya on the 30. On the 4th, so they're going to go middle to Trebojevic. He drifts right. It's Fogarty to Olakawatu to Tom Trebojevic, who tips it onto Saab, who juggled it just a bit so he couldn't stride out. So he has to cut back in and is stopped at the 20 by Sam Walker on the last. So Fogarty's going to put this kick up. Trebojevic and Olakawatu are chasing. And it's put down by Tedesco, falls into the lap of Brandon Wakeham who scores! Brandon Wakeham, in what I think is his first start in 4 years, has scored a try for Manly that puts them back in front. What in the world has gone on there? So, well, that's playing to the conditions, right? That's Fogarty identifying, hey, put pressure on the kick receivers, and in these conditions they're going to drop it. Now, this is where the murky area becomes, did Olakau'atu make a legitimate contest at this ball? But he didn't actually go up for it either, so I don't think you can call that a disruptor. And Wakeham, yeah, definitely. Hold on. I don't know whether he scored that. I think that might have been short. Just give this a second. He comes down, I think he's short of the line. And then he promotes it. I am intrigued to see how they rule this. So Tedesco goes up for this catch. Billy Smith runs an escort. It's put down by Tedesco. I don't think there's an issue there. And then Wakeham's there to pick it up. Ooh, that's close. They're going to take it off him. What's the call going to be? Let's see. So, are they going to call a disruptor on Olakau'atu because he ran into Billy Smith? Are you serious? What's he supposed to do? They're saying that because Billy Smith ran an escort, which isn't called, and Olakau'atu pushed Billy Smith into James Tedesco, that it's a penalty against Manly? Is that what the ruling is? Or is it just going to be a penalty to Manly because it's an escort? No, it's a penalty to the Roosters. What a joke. What's Olakau'atu supposed to do? That's what I want to know. Like, if he's going into the contest, if Billy Smith cuts him off, what's he supposed to do? This is the problem with this new disruptor rule. It's so bad. So the kick finds touch about 25 out. And the hit-up's going to be Billy Smith. He runs into Ruben Garrick, who gets over the 30. My word. Now Lindsay Collins takes a hit-up. Big contact there from Jake Trbojevic and Corey Waddell, who was also there. They're going to go right to Watson. Watson goes short to White, and he's hit pretty hard there by Ben Trbojevic. And there's 4 Manly people that need to bring him down 5 shy halfway on the third. And they're going to go left to Watson, back to Walker. Walker goes to Tedesco. Tedesco goes to Smith, and Smith beat Garrick but got tripped up. 35 out from Manly's line. Tupou from dummy half finds Tedesco. They're going to drift right through Walker to Watson. Watson. Dummies. Brooks tried to lift him and very clearly couldn't on the last. So they're going to be kicking from the 30. It's Jerry Evans. And this time it's Toya's the main man chasing. And it's going to be tapped back to Nwangani Tawasi. Robson fires it left to the ground, who's went over Crichton's head. It finds Billy Smith. Billy Smith again beats Ruben Garrick, but Saab's there to make the tackle. He gets the offload to Crichton. Crichton gets the offload to Walker. Walker gets the offload to Tedesco, and Tedesco's going to try the chip and chase. Trbojevic is back there, and Trbojevic breaks the Tedesco tackle and can't quite get out of the in goal. So, very exciting play. Ends in a Manly dropout. That's just 100,000 offloads there for the Roosters. We don't see enough of the chip and chase, man. We need to see more of the chip and chase. But yeah, this tackle there from Tedesco, but eventually there's Watson and Collins, and I think that's Reece Robson's in there as well. So now, Fogarty, waiting to get back underway. Gonna go long. And by long, I mean it goes 60 on the fly. Talk about long, as Lindsay Collins brings it back, and he's hit hard by Jake Trbojevic, who's lost his headgear again. He's tackled 35 out from Manly's line. So now fucking White now. There's a big contact going as soon as Corey Waddell's come on the field. 30 out on the second. They go left to Cherry Evans, and he goes to Walker. Walker goes short to Crichton. Crichton can't beat the tackle of Garrick there. He stopped 25 out with the help of Fogarty. Now they go right side, Cherry Evans to Watson. Watson dummies. couldn't beat Wakeham, and eventually Trebojevic comes to help, the Ben variety, and he stopped 15 out. They go right side to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans goes short to Wong. Good tackle there. Luke Brooks, 5 out on the last. Robson looking left. Goes left to Walker. Walker goes to Naufahu White. White was one-on-one with Olakawatu. He got some help, and still nearly Naufahu White scored. He stopped about maybe 20 centimetres out from the line, and that's where Tom Trebojevic is going to play the ball. The first hit up taken by Lehigh Hopewadi. He gains about 6 metres. That's a good hit up. Tolu Kola this time. He got past Toya but couldn't beat Reece Robson. Now the run, Jason Saab spins out of the Billy Smith tackle, but eventually gets a hand from Angus Crichton on the third. Now the run, Lehigh Hopewadi again finds his front. That's a good one. Quick play the ball. At a dummy half goes Simpkin, and he finds, I think that's Waddell. He's stopped on the 40. So not a bad set in the end for Manly, as Fogarty's going to put this kick downfield. Fielded by Tedesco on his own 10. He brings it back. He's running to the right over the 20. Feigns the pass to Marky Mark, and he's going to be tackled just shy of his own 30 by Tolu Kola and Ben Trebojevic. So, they go short right side for the hit up from the Wangani Tawasi, and he's put down quickly. Again, Kola and Jake Trebojevic on that tackle. So, Wong now with the hit up, and he tries to drop the shoulder into Jake Simpkin, but that didn't work out. He's stopped 43 out. Now Walker drifts left to Cherry Evans. Cut out ball to Smith. Smith this time can't beat the Garrick tackle. That was good. On the fourth, Tupou from dummy half finds Cherry Evans underneath to Crichton, who pops the offload back to Cherry Evans on the short left side. And Cherry Evans is stopped 35 out, about 10 in from the left touchline by Homole Olakawatu. So Walker's going to put the kick up. It looks like it's going to be for Tupou. But good take there from Trebojevic. And he stopped 11 metres out. So now Fogarty from dummy half. He finds Jason Saab, who again can't seem to catch the ball cleanly tonight. He just has to take the hit up and gains about 5 metres. So they go left side to Hopewadi for the hit up, and he's going to give me a yawning disease apparently. Good grief, that's like 4 in the last 2 minutes. Meanwhile, short left side goes Luke Brooks, and he's tackled pretty quickly by Daly Cherry Evans. And Nat Butcher, who's on the field for the Roosters now. Middle of the field, Waddell tucks and runs and gets over the 40, where Wong and White and Robson get the tackle. Say that 5 times fast as they go run it on the last, it looks like. Find Tolu Kola, Ben Trebojevic, nothing. Tolu Kola's tackled 33 out from the Roosters line by Nat Butcher. That's Desco's going to play the ball, and the hit-up's going to be taken by it's Robert Toya. He's brought down by Waddell and Hetherington. And the Wangani Tawasi is going to take the hit-up. He runs into Simpkin and Trebojevic, and Olakawatu helps out around the legs on the second 5 shy of halfway. They go middle of the field. This run is taken by... Who is that? I don't know. Is that Pounder that's on the field now? That 17. Good run there out of dummy half from Robson. 17 for the Roosters. Who's that? That is Celeste Feketi, you dimwit. As there's a high tackle not called on Rob Toyer, and he gets the ball to Walker, who turns Crichton underneath, and he just stays on his feet. It's eventually brought down on the last, middle of the field, 20 out. They go left side to Walker. Walker's going to put the kick up for Tupou, who taps the ball back into the arms of Walker, who throws a pass right to Homole Olakawatu, and he's going to be tackled 17 out from his own line by Reece Robson. So Manly survive again. They're going to spread it left side from Brooks to Kola. Cola's going to find some speed. Cola's gone straight through over the 30, over the 40. Cola's got Tedesco to beat. Cola's going to beat everybody. Cola's gone 90, and Manly have the lead. You can't take that off them. Just individual brilliance from the superstar Tolu Kola. That's how Manly need to score their tries. They just can't cross halfway. That's what it needs to be. And Tolu Kola's dead. He's just like, don't let me do that ever again. But yeah, Kola fields this. Okay, so he went 85 essentially. Stepped past Toya. Had too much speed for Wong. Tedesco slipped over. Feketi couldn't catch him. that is the speed of Tolu Kola on show. Look at this left foot step. It just he beat Rob Toya so badly, and sizes up Tedesco, cuts left, cuts back off the left, puts Tedesco on skates, and just fully outpaces Celesi Fiketti, who tried his best to get the ankle tap, but wasn't enough. Manly up 10-8. Why is this actually a good game? I didn't expect this to be a good game. What's happening? Whatever. 1-0. Voila. That now. Okay. Manly back in front. More than half of Tolu Kola's tries have come at Four Pines Park, so you know he has a pretty good strike rate here. And tell you what, Manly have got their second win since Corey Waddell's come on the field. I tell you what, he's really brought a sense of mongrel in the middle of the field today as Fogarty lines up for this conversion. He's probably about halfway to the touchline. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, he's maybe a little bit further to the left. Fogarty strikes it. He starts it out to the right. And he also can't bring it back enough. I have a bright idea for these goal kickers. Kick it straight. That's 3 of the 4 kicks have missed because they got started too far to the right. Just kick it straight, dude. I'm going to have another look at this Tolu Kola try. He is such a good player. He should be an Origin bolter. He's really, really found his footing in the past, 18 months in the centre position because he'd been moved around quite a bit, especially when Trebojevic had been hurt. He'd play fullback a bit. But now he's really found a home in the centres. He looks great as this kickoff is fielded by Luke Brooks, and the first hit-up is going to be a Taniela Paseka that's back on the field for his second stint. And he backs through 3 Roosters and is stopped basically on the 20 as Ben Trebojevic now takes the hit up, and he's stopped about 27 out from his own line and tried to gain a penalty, couldn't get it. It's now Waddell in the middle of the field, but he gets a set restart. Okay. So middle of the field over the 30 is Waddell on the first. Hetherington hit hard there from Robson, and Butcher's there too, and so is Siwa Wong, and he stopped just shy of his own 40 now as Simpkin shows to Paseka, takes the run himself and gets to halfway. That's a good run there from Jake. They go right side to Fogarty. Fogarty turns Olakawatu underneath. Olakawatu tries to break out the Butcher tackle. Powers forward over the 40. That's a good run from Olakawatu. Probably deserved a set restart there, but didn't get it. So they go cut out ball. Kola. Kola goes to Hopewadi. Hopewadi tries to cut past Tedesco, but is met with Cherry Evans instead. 12 metres out, 5 in from the left touchline. So Brooks puts the kick up. It looks like it's for Garrick. Olakawatu's up there. He bats it back into the arms of... that was Waddell, and Garrick just completely missed that grubber kick, and Walker fields it half a metre out from his own line. So we're inside 10 minutes left to go in this half now as Tupou tries to take the ball out, and the step he put on Saab nets him a few extra metres. Good run there from Tupou. Gets them some breathing room. Now Angus Crichton with the hit up, and he runs into Waddell and Paseka, who's there, just over their own 10. Now Butcher put Waddell on skates, and he's brought down by Simpkin and Hetherington 15 out. On the 4th, they go right. This time it's Fiketti, I think, with the run. He's stopped 25 out. Another good run to end this set for the Roosters. Cherry Evans tries to kick them out of trouble. Again, forward rolling kick. Bounces up nicely for Jason Saab for the head up, and he's going to be over the 30 before he's even touched. Good field position here for Manly. Now Trebojevic, the Tom variety, over the 40. With the second run of this set, as Simpkin from dummy half goes left to Lehigh Hopewadi, and he gets over halfway, where he's going to be stopped by... Whoa, no, he tried to throw the intercept and went straight into the arms of Daly Cherry Evans. And field position squandered by Manly as Nwangani Tawasi takes the hit up over halfway, and he's stopped by Waddell and Hetherington. Robson goes left to Walker, who turns, that's Fiketti underneath, I think, or is that Crichton? That was Butcher. There was neither of them. As Watson dummies and gets over the 30, and he's stopped by, again, it's Waddell and Hetherington in the tackle there. They go right to Cherry Evans. Oh, beautiful pass from Wong to Tedesco with like the 1-2 inside, but well read there from Manly on the last. So Cherry Evans puts the kick up. Looks like it's going to be Tupou. Saab takes it pretty easily in the end there. So he's 15 out from his own line. 6:50 left in the first half. Manly lead 10-8 as Ruben Garrick tries to gain some meters, and he's again pushed back by this Roosters forward pack. It was Salesi for Keddy that time in that one. As Lehigh Hopewadi cuts off the left and tries to get over the 20. Can't, so he offloads, and it's picked up by, I think that's Ruben Garrick again, and he nearly dropped it. It holds on to it, so now they hit up by Corey Waddell. He's going to get over the 30 on the 4th. They go left side to Brooks. Brooks out back to Tom Trebojevic, who throws the dummy. Beat one. Can't quite beat Cherry Evans, but that gets them to the Roosters 40. What a great run there from Tom Trebojevic. So now it's going to be Brooks, who's going to run it on the last. He finds back Ben Trebojevic. Lehigh Hopewadi has the ball. Can he go? He beat 1, 2, 3 Lehigh. And from behind, the Wangani Tawasi shuts that play down. This is some entertaining football from Manly. Trebojevic, great run, beat Toya. Cherry Evans was there. Now let's look at what happened here. So Lehigh beat 1, beat 2. But Marky Mark came from the backside and just dislodged the ball. That's a great defensive play from the Wangani Tawasi. As Crichton plays the ball in the middle of the field in front of the posts. And Tupou only gains about 2 on that run. So now Angus Crichton takes the hit up, and he's stopped at 20. Now is Salesi Feketi takes the hit up, and he keeps the legs pumping, and he gets over the 30. That was a good run there from Salesi. As Ben Trebojevic and Simkin make the tackle. They go short right side to Tedesco, out back to Cherry Evans, who throws the dummy, and he is stopped by Brooks and Hetherington there. Yep, 5 shy of halfway. Tedesco snatches that ball out of the air, and he's tackled about 45 out from Manly's line on the last. So they go to Walker, and he's going to put the kick up. Who's chasing it? It looks like it's Siwa Wong, who went up with one hand, couldn't get it. That should be a penalty, shouldn't not? Why is that not a disruptive penalty? Explain. As the hit up is taken by Jason Saab over the 20. But come on, dude. Be consistent. Manly are very bunched. There's a lot of tired body. Well, not Ola Kawatu, though. He went through 3 people. Sam Walker's down. Sam Walker's down, and he struggled to get up. We're going to get play called off here, I assume, to have a look at either Sam Walker or Salesi Feketi. I think they may have had a head clash, as the end of this set for Manly is just shy of halfway. So on the left side for Brooks. Brooks is going to run it again on the last inside. Tom Trebojevic couldn't handle it, but it was touched by the Roosters. So Manly ball inside the Roosters half. And I'm very intrigued to see when the independent doctor steps in and decides to take Sam Walker off the field. Touch that? Was it called against Daly Cherry Evans? Was that touch? Okay. They're gonna pack the scrum. Let's have a look here. Is he gonna stay on the field? My word. Out of the scrum. It's gonna be a Paseka hit up, and he's gonna keep the legs moving, and got 3 Roosters on him, and he drags them to the 30. And a quick play the ball. So Fogarty now goes short to Ola Kawatu, who's one-on-one with Walker. Beat him, beat Crichton, and he put the ball down. He beat 3 of them and tried to do too much, put the ball down. So now the ball goes from Walker and juggled 8 different times. But I think that was Robert Toya. And now play's going to be called off as Sam Walker is going to be removed from the field for an HIA. So now what's the shift that happens? Do you bring Hugo Savala on? Or do you shift maybe? Yeah, he copped the crown of Salesi Feketi's head in that tackle. And you could see when he tried to get up, he stumbled. Yeah, see, he's not in a good way as he's trying to get up there. I don't know if he'll be back. And Celeste Keddy, I think, also has to come from the field. So a double HIA here for the Roosters. Let's see what happens here. I wonder if they'll move Connor Watson into the halves. So, okay, Lindsay Collins comes back on for Celeste Keddy. And who's come back on for Walker? I can't tell. Let's have a look. There's Robson. We'll run Nat Butcher. There's Collins. Who did they bring on the field? Look here. Yeah, see, there's Collins. Obviously, Egan Butcher must have... Yeah, Egan Butcher's failed his HIA, so it can't be him. Meanwhile, they go to Tedesco. Tedesco cut out ball to Nwanga Nitawasi, who beat Ahopawati, but Cole is there to make the tackle on halfway on the 4th. So down the dummy half goes Toya. Toya goes to Wong, and Wong tucks and runs. And they're tackled after a gain of about 5 on the last. So they go short right side for Cherry Evans, who tries to put some heat on this kick, and it's going to come down floating, and it's put down by Tom Trebojevic, who was backwards. Clean. He picked it up cleanly. And it is Hugo Savala that's come on the field for the Roosters. He was involved in that tackle. This is going to be really interesting to see how they navigate this whole situation. What does Robinson have in mind? As Saab's hit up only gains 2 meters, and now Ruben Garrick's hit up also only gains about 3 meters. Watson in that tackle, so now you've got... Yeah, that was a fun torpedo there from Cherry Evans as Manly tackled just past their own 20 with Dell. Short to Olakawatu, gets the offload to Garrick. Garrick goes to Saab. Saab doesn't have enough space, so he just has to pin the ears back and run straight into Daniel Tupou. They're about 6.5 away on the last. Now Fogarty wants to put up a spiral of his own, and it looks like it's floating out there for a while. Caught pretty safely by Tedesco, and he's tackled by Olakawatu 25 out from his own line with about a minute left in this game. So the Roosters are going to get the chance to fire the final salvo here. It's been a good game so far. I'm pleasantly surprised as Tupou's tackled just over Roosters 30, and Lindsay Collins now takes the hit up, and he's stopped by 3 Manly people just shy of his own 40. On the 3rd, they go short left side Tedesco. Tedesco goes to Crichton, and he's tackled over halfway on the 4th. Maybe Manly think 2-point field goal here to tie the game. The final hitter is going to be Nat Butcher. He's tackled 35 out. Who's set up where? No, they're not set up for a 2-pointer. They're set up for a bomb. There's 4 Roosters that are chasing it, led by Tedesco. Bats it back into the arms of a waiting Kobe Hetherington. And Savala tries to reef the ball. Can't get it. And I think that's going to take us to half-time. Hit up here taking it's Lehigh Hopawati, who runs into Cherry Evans and Wong, and he's going to be pushed back, but I don't think it really matters. There's 5 seconds left in the half. And Garrick will end the half with the ball, and that'll take us to the sheds, with Manly holding a 10-8 lead in, well, it's been a pretty entertaining game. I like it. Daly Cherry Evans' return to Brookvale certainly isn't the cakewalk I imagined he hoped it was going to be. And yeah, Manly scored the first try of the half, scored the last try of the half. And because nobody can kick, they hold a 2-point lead. That's amazing. It's just good. Good football. End-to-end stuff from most of these teams. Manly have had to do a lot of defense, and they've survived fairly well considering the weight of field position that's been against them. You have a look at what does Fox have to say about the field position battle in this game. It must be incredibly skewed towards the Roosters. Yeah, they've had the ball in Manly's half of the field 2/3 of the time. That's just nuts. That is ridiculous. The ball has been in Manly's half so often, and they have the lead. Oh, my fantasy team has no points because I have nobody in this game. These people, is this the Tom Trebojevic people? He scored a try and only has 18. These are people with Tom Trebojevic. No, Sam Walker. Sam Walker is who this player. Does anybody have Trebojevic? I know a lot of people are looking at picking up Trebojevic this week, but probably got cold feet because of the weather. No, I reckon at 42. Oh no, he's only on 23. Interesting. Let's have a look here. I reckon Tolu Cola's had. Tolu Cola's been excellent. Let's have a look here. He has had 5 runs for 126 minutes. Oh, that's hilarious. He's been great. 4 tackle breaks. Yeah. John Trbojevic has looked pretty involved so far. He's taken 8 runs in the first half. That's probably what you want to see from him. But yeah, see, none of the forwards, like Tanyela Paseka's been their best. He's 4 for 61. Which isn't bad by any stretch. But yeah, I think you could tell it was when Corey Waddell came on the field that they really woken up. Like, Ethan Bullimore hasn't been on the park yet. I wonder if they're waiting to see if they can afford to put Laiafi on the field. I hope we get to see him. That'd be awesome. Anything on the Roosters side particularly interesting? Marky Mark, obviously, 2 tries, 120 meters in the first half. Yafahu White, 9 for 97. He's so good. But yeah, a good game so far. Roosters have had 56% of the ball. They have a 100% completion rate. They're 22 from 22. And they're losing. What is going on? Manly's defense has been good. That's what's been going on. Manly made 6 errors. They are winning. That's amazing. And now the Roosters don't have Sam Walker on the field, possibly for the rest of the game. I guess we'll see come the end of halftime whether he passes that HIA, because the 15-minute period will be done by then. Already down Egan Butcher. So the Roosters have a pretty tough task on their hands. But, you know, the game's only half over. Maybe they can find something. Maybe the amount of defense Manly have had to do is going to tire them out to the point where they just can't put up a fight in the second half. Although I can't necessarily see that happening. They look pretty good so far. 10-8 Manly. I'm back. Yeah, this has been a strange game. The Seagulls' defense has been really good. I don't think the Roosters have been overly bad, but they've just been... Manly have been up for this game. That's the problem. I went the pre-game. Oh dear, that's a depressing shot. The pre-game had like a stage set up with speakers and stuff, and it was just a pool. There was a drum kit there. That makes me feel sick. Yeah, obviously, the first half, the second play of this game was a Tom Trbojevic try, and then it was just a bit of nothing from the Manly as the Roosters just kept winning the field position battle. Yeah, the Manly never did this again. They never spread the ball early again. Maybe they thought it'd be too predictable, but you know, that's it's a bold choice. You have the speed advantage, especially with the Saab on Tupou. Like, but then the the Roosters. They, to their credit, they fought back really hard. They started winning the field position battle, and Marky Mark gets his first try, and then Marky Mark gets his second try of just some excellent ball movement. And let's face it, that's an excellent finish given the conditions. And then another long range try from Manly. This time was Tolu Kola, who beat Rob Toya and just beat everybody else for pace, essentially. He was just faster than everybody. Good looking there. Oh, that's just... Roosters were tackled in Manly's half 49 times and have a 2-point deficit to show for it. Like, that's a little bit concerning, but also pretty good reading if you're Manly. Let's see if they can keep it up in the second half. I don't know what Michael Ennis is saying about this. Probably something smart. Isn't he involved with Manly? Were there rumours he was going to be Manly's next head coach once they fire Anthony Seibold at the end of the year? I'm certain that was the thing that was going around. I feel bad because I thought this game was going to be boring and all the yawning was going to be funny. But now I'm like legit yawning and it's a good game. Taylor Cherry was just booed as he ran out. Yeah. And he's been fine, I think. Like, Taylor Cherry, he's been nothing special, but no one on the Roosters really has been, apart from Mark, so... Yeah. That was a bad pass from... Far out! Wake up! Good grief. I apparently cannot wake up. This is stupid. Dude, I'm so tired. I mean, I guess theoretically I could go the back. Like, that looks better, but this is just worse. So I feel like I need to be over here. Unless I change, unless I switch my entire room around to like over there because the light's there and that would be like, smart, but I honestly could not be asked. I haven't seen that godforsaken Telstra ad yet. At least I haven't seen. I realised how loud the Rubik's Cube is. Holy crap, like, I'm not gonna talk. I didn't realise it was gonna be that loud. Yeah, okay. Guess I'm not doing that. Unless I want to mute the microphone, but that would be bad. Interesting. Ah, never mind. I spoke too soon. I hate this damn ad. I'm with Hectic Fred on this one. Oh, it's just the worst. Like, it doesn't even make any sense anymore. At least when it was just the one guy I could understand, but why are there chickens? Why is there a skeleton? Why is there a sentient pie mascot? There's an alien. There's a banana. Like, there's a cactus. Like, come on, dude. Why? I need to be caring about McDonald's. What about the football? I got nothing to talk about. There's no football on. It's annoying. I just have to kind of stand here. I'm not even standing. I'm sitting. to change my settings because the microphone was automatically only playing audio through the left channel. I hope that the last couple of episodes haven't been like that and I just haven't noticed. It's weird. No one smiled at a redhead at McDonald's. Yeah, I've had to change settings so it just automatically makes everything mono. So no super cool stereo sounds anymore. Unless it's because I'm to the right of the microphone. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's going on there, but it should be fixed now. I hope that that's fixed. Unless you're wearing only your left earphone. Yeah, I'm because my microphone technically is lined up here. I'm dead in front of it right now. But I don't have a long enough cable to put my camera there. The microphone's too tall and it looks gross. I'm just over here, so I'm wondering if maybe the directional audio is a bit screwed up. Oh no, because maybe that is what was happening. It was only picking it up through the left side. I wonder if that is what was happening. That's weird. I kind of don't want to change it though. Seems like too much work. Ugh. Dude, I'm so tired. I cannot believe that. That's crazy. I bought a book. Where did I put the book? The book is sitting outside. I bought The Handmaid's Tale, which I'm very, very excited to start reading. I finished Animal Farm. So that will be what I'm doing next while. I'm still going to finish The Odyssey. I'm trying to get back into reading. I think it's good for me. Well, I can line up. Dead center. I think that's right. Yeah, I am officially dead center now. I don't like it. I don't like being slightly to the left. I think it was rule of thirds, right? There's some photography rule about that. I do not pay any mind to this try-predictor thing. It is always wrong. It is stupid. I don't know what kind of algorithm they're feeding this thing. It just doesn't work. So is it predicting that the next try is 54% to be Manly and 46% to be the Roosters? Is that the thing? I think that's stupid. It's 50-50. Either it's one team or it's the other team. There's no secret third option. I guess there is. The secret third option is that nobody scores in the second half, but that'd be really bad. But now, Roosters are back on the field, and here come Manly. Trbojevic leads them out. Olakawatu looks like he nearly fell over for doing that. Jason Saab, who set up that opening try for Tom Trbojevic. Now, how much do they have left in the tank? I guess you can argue that the Roosters need to worry about that as well because of all the HIAs. I don't know who's passed and who hasn't because I can't have the audio on. So I play it by sight to see who comes back on the field and who doesn't. There might be a lot on Tedesco's plate. And maybe a lot on DCE's plate, to be fair now. Everything's set up for him to kick game-winning field goal at Brookvale. Oh no. Now that I've put that into the universe, watch it happen. I can check like a half an hour later, this SpongeBob thing on like a short and it'd be perfect. But we are back underway at 4 Pines Park. And the kickoff is received by the Roosters. And Nat Butcher's going to take the first hit up, and he tries to back his way to the 20. He stopped a couple of meters shy of that from Waddell and Ben Trbojevic, and now Nwangani Tawasi takes the hit up, and he only gains about 2 meters on the second. Watson takes the hit up, he faked left. He's tackled 25 out. Now they do go left. This time it's Celesi Piketty, and he gets the legs pumping, and he's stopped by that's Waddell with the help of Fogarty. They go left again through Walker to Crichton. Crichton cuts back inside past Olakawatu, but Fogarty is there. On the last, the Roosters get over halfway. Great first set as Walker is hit as he kicks it. No penalty play on. Tom Trbojevic takes the tackle 15 out from his own line. Yes. Now, Garrick spreads it early to Brooks. Brooks goes to Hopewadi. Hopewadi finds it. Oh, he nearly found the gap, but Wong got enough of him. So he stopped at the 20, but they go short left side. Brooks again. This time it's Kohler, and he tries to put the big shoulder in Cherry Evans, but he got some help from Toya. So over the 30, he is stopped. Now, Ben Trebojevic backs over the 40. Manly looking pretty active here so far. They go middle of the field through Fogarty. He dummies to the right and takes the tackle 5 shy halfway on the last. So look for Brooks to take this kick. And there he is. Smacks it with the left foot downfield, trying to get it behind Tupou, and does, and it bounces up for Tupou at the 10. Tupou now glides back towards the middle of the field and is stopped on basically the 20 by Jake Simpkin. Now you've got Hugo Savala takes the hit up, and he's stopped after a gain of about 7. Now Tedesco from dummy half finds Watson. He goes right to Nwangani Tawasi, and he tries to gain some meters, and he's stopped at the 40. That's a good run from Marky Mark there. No set restart there after he was claiming for it. So over the 50 goes Connor Watson. The Roosters looking pretty good so far in the second half. They go left through Walker to Cherry Evans, and Cherry Evans to Tedesco to Savala. Savala's playing in the centres now that Walker's come back on, so Billy Smith has gone off the field. That's a choice. Meanwhile, this kick for Tedesco is taken by Trebojevic. Tedesco tried to reef the ball out, couldn't get it, so Trebojevic is tackled on his own 10, about 10 in from the right touchline. Now, Saab takes the hit up. He only gains about 4. Now the hit up going to be taken by Ruben Garrick, and he also gains about 4. He's stopped by Watson and Robson and Butcher. Now Simpkin, they go short right side through Olakawatu, and he runs into Crichton and Savala and powers his way over the 30. He's just so strong. He stays on his feet on the 4th from dummy half. Simpkin dummies and runs and beats the tackle of Crichton and nearly beats the tackle of Watson and gets to halfway. That's a good end of the set for Manly there. So on the right side, Fogarty looks like he's going to run it through Trebojevic. Trebojevic puts the grubber kick through, gets it behind Tupou. Eventually taken by Tedesco, and he's cornered by 3 Manly defenders 15 out from his own line. That's a good play from Tom Trebojevic. As now the hit-up's going to be taken by Daniel Tupou and gains nothing. Maybe 2 meters. Not much there. It's that's Hetherington and Olakawatu as the lofty ball finds Siwa Wong. I think that's Siwa Wong. He and Robert Toyle look so similar. Yes, there's Siwa Wong on the 3rd. Now it's Nat Butcher. Beat Ben Trebojevic and got over the 30. Not a bad run there from Nat. As they go right to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans is going to try for another 40-20, I think, but Saab just mows down that ball and catches it on the full and brings it back past the 20. He's going to be stopped 25 out from his own line. Man, you just can't get behind him. So now the run is going to be taken by Ruben Garrick, and he gets over the 30, where he's stopped by Robson and Angus Crichton is there as well. I think that's Waddell with the hit up. He gets to the 40. They go left to Brooks. Brooks goes short to Hopewadi. He ran onto that with some gusto and quick play. The ball. Simpkin gets some space, and he turns Ben Trebojevic underneath, and now they're on the Roosters 30 on the last. Manly winning field position now. The bad pass. So Fogarty has to scramble, goes right, chip kick in behind, finds Tupou on the chest, so he gets to wind up quickly and get tackled in his own 30. So what shaped up to be a good end is just squandered by Manly there as Savala tries to take the hit up, and he only gets about 5 with Garrick there. He's going to try for a 40-20 again. This time he can't quite get it the angle, so Trebojevic is there to mow it down, and he brings it back over the 20, outpaces Toya, dummies, can't outpace Wong. He's tackled just shy of his own 30. End-to-end stuff here from, oh my word, good shot, but the pass got popped up from Kohler to Hopewadi, and he's tackled also just shy of the 30, so not much gaining there, but at least it's not an error. Kohler now takes a hit up, and he gains about 4 meters there. Daly Cherry Evans off the tackle, so they go right through, that's, what's his name, Waddell, short to Paseka. He's tackled just over the 40 on the fourth. They go back left side to Brooks. Brooks out back to Trebojevic, and Trebojevic looking, eventually finds Kohler, who can't quite beat Toya, but got over the Roosters 40, so another good field position kick here for Manly. This time there's no ball, so Brooks puts it downfield. And Mark jumps and catches it and is met immediately by Lehigh Hopewadi, and he's tackled 15 out from his own line. Just 6.5 minutes gone in this first half, no more score. It's still 10-8 Manly as the run from Toya gains 4. He's just shy of his own 20. Now Tupou takes the run, and he gains about 6. He's 25 out from his own line. They go left through Butcher. Butcher tries to back his way over to 30 and does. He's eventually brought down by Olakawatu and Fogarty. They go short left side through Walker. Walker short to Crichton. Big contact. Ruben Garrick stops him in his tracks at halfway on the last. So Walker tries to put some spiral on it. It's gone straight up in the air. They're going to let it bounce into the arms of Tom Trebojevic. Daly Cherry Evans was there, but Ian Fichetti tackled Trebojevic 15 out from his own line. Saab, long pass to Brooks. Brooks to Kohler. Kohler trying to find some space. Can't beat Toya. Toya's been a lot better so far this second half defensively. It's now a hit up taken by Ben Trebojevic, and he cuts back behind Siwa Wong, and that's a good run, just shy of his own 40 on the third. Brooks at a dummy half himself. Beat the tackle of Toya. Couldn't beat Daly Cherry Evans. He's just shy of halfway on the fourth. Now the run going to be taken by Hetherington, and what was probably a forward pass from dummy half on the last. He stopped on the 40. They go short left side to Brooks. Brooks to Trebojevic, and he had a look and put the ball down. So it's picked up immediately by Nwanga-Nitawasi. He looks to the offline and gets it to James Tedesco, who goes to Watson. Watson to Walker. Walker to Crichton. They've got numbers out there. Crichton decides not to pass, and he gets a line break. He's eventually stopped by Jamal Fogarty inside Manly's 40. It's Manly's 35 where they're going to start this set. So now a run. It's Connor Watson who tries to find some space. He gains about 7 meters on the 0th. That was the first, so they go left to Tedesco. Tedesco dummies and spins away from the tackle of Waddell, and is eventually stopped about 18 out from Manly's line, 15 in from the left touchline. They go short left side again to Walker. Walker goes to Crichton. Crichton can't beat the ankle tackle of Homole Olakawatu 8 meters out. So now it's Walker, middle of the field, drifts right. Puts the kick in behind for Butcher. Bounces off the post. I think Trebojevic grounded that, so it's going to be a dropout Manly. This is exciting. That's a good kick from Walker too. And yeah, Trebojevic got there. Yep. Trebojevic pretty clearly got there first. As we are about to eclipse 10 minutes into this second half. Fogarty directing Jake Trebojevic to move. He's going to send the kick downfield. And it goes 52 on the fly. It's going to dribble to the Roosters 35, where it's picked up by Robson, and the hit-up's going to be taken by Butcher, the Nat variety. And he's stopped about 45 out from Manly's line. So these long dropouts are serving Manly very well. As Celessi Fichetti takes the hit up, and he gains 10, where he's stopped by Waddell, and probably should get a set restart there. Robson out of dummy half. Can't find anything, so he takes the tackle of Simpkin, and Trebojevic 23 out. They go middle of the field, Fichetti. Fichetti, the ball was behind Butcher. Great reaction speed to get that one. On the fourth, 15 out. In front of the right upright, they go left to Watson. Watson with speed. Tries to beat one, can't beat Olakawatu. He stopped 9 out. On the last, Robson goes right to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans puts the grubber kick in behind. Trebojevic is there to cover it. Wong makes the tackle, and Manly have survived yet again, 5 meters out. The hit up going to be taken by Lehigh Hopewadi. He gains 10. Good run there. Now it's Ruben Garrick, and he cuts out behind the markers, and Daly Cherry Evans has to make that tackle, a gain of 12. Manly look alive now. 6 again, ruck infringement. So Fogarty turns forward underneath. I think that's Waddell, and he's dropped the ball! He's let the ball be stripped to Connor Watson, and again they have to go back on defense. So from dummy half, Walker, high ball finds Nat Butcher, and he's going to be tackled at the 20 on the second, just to the right of the uprights. Robson goes left to Walker. He turns for Ketty underneath. He can't beat the Trebojevic tackle, the Jake version. 12 meters out, so they go left to Walker. Walker drifts back to the right, passes it to Walker. Watson, set, restart. The ball finds Toya. There's 3 Manly players there. He beats every single one of them, and he scores behind the posts. Manly are back in front. That was too simple for Rob Toya, and you just wonder if fatigue is starting to set in for this Manly squad. Because that's a couple of just fatigue errors, that letting the ball be stripped by Connor Watson, and just this, there's nothing doing here for Rob Toya, and he just easily beats Brooks, easily beats Kohler, and then just gets to stroll around basically behind the right upright. So I wonder if the amount of defense they've had to do in the first 50 minutes is just going to kill their last half an hour of play. Like, that shouldn't have been a try. That Luke Brooks should have made that tackle. But also Corey Waddell shouldn't have lost that ball. Where's Ethan Bullimore? Your forwards are clearly getting tired. They need a hand. Where's Ethan Bullimore? That's what my question is, as Sam Walker's going to be setting up to take this kick from like a couple of meters to the right of the upright, so it should be pretty elementary for someone of his goal-kicking class. That's a staggered defensive line as Walker sends it over. It's 14-10 Roosters. This again. Perfect. And it's camera's frozen. It's blurry. Hello? Hi? Hello? There we go. You are being temperamental tonight, aren't you? Far out. So after 13 minutes, we finally get points in the second half, and they belong to the Sydney Roosters and Robert Toya. We're going to get back underway here in a second as Garrick is setting up to put this kick in what looks like the back left corner. Let's see. Thonk. It's going to go downfield. Yep, to the left. Caught by Cherry Evans. First hit up Nat Butcher over the 10. Runs into contact and is put down immediately by Waddell and Simpkin 15 out. And it was a high tackle, was it? High tackle from Corey Waddell. And we get, I think, what's our second penalty of the game. Let's see. No! He hit him in the shoulder! What? Good grief. Debutant looks like he's got the interchange card in his hand. Lyafi? I forget his name. I'm so sorry, Simeone. Simeone, as the hit up from Tedesco gets over the halfway line on the second. We'll go right, short. Oh, wow, that was a great pass to Daly Cherry Evans. Now it finds Rob Toya. Toya, there's a 6 again. I think it was touched. So Toya's tackled 8 meters out, and the Roosters have a good shot here. Middle of the field. Butcher, the tackle count hasn't reset. I could have sworn I saw the referee blowing a... yeah, there we go. Now it's reset, so they go left to Walker. Walker out back to Tedesco. Tedesco quick. Oh, what a ball from Savala. But the scramble defense from the Seagulls is good enough to stop Tupou on the second 3 meters out. Walker, they go right to Tedesco. Sorry, Tedesco to Cherry Evans. Set, restart. Someone was offside. It's Toya again. Toya had no support. He had the arm free. He's lost a shoe on the first. Robson puts the kick in behind. Watson's there! And the Roosters go back to back. Roosters hit twice quickly in the space of about 3 minutes. And you can tell that Manly are tired. You can tell that Manly are just so exhausted out there. And the back-to-back-to-back set restarts aren't going to help them. Just a simple grubber from Reece Robson. And Connor Watson's up there to score. Corey Waddell should nearly be sin-binned for trying to push him out of the ruck. Yeah. Yeah, Manly might be in trouble now. What is your name, Simeone? Is it Laiafi? Laiafi. I'm going to go with Laiafi. I've never heard it pronounced before, but it's Laiafi. So that makes the most sense to me anyway. While Reece Robson's got a massive graze off the bottom of his neck. Yeah, and you can, Trebojevic, all of them look kind of dead. Setting up from the right upright is Sam Walker. He moves in, strikes it. And just like that, it's 20-10. And the Roosters have the lead. Wow. Is that the middle? That's pretty close to the middle. Looks good enough for me. And yeah, Manly need to find something quick. They need to bring on some forwards. They've waited too long to bring people on, and he is on. Laiafi making his NRL debut. What a moment in front of this Brookvale faithful. So, what to do now for Manly? You have to bring Ethan Bullimore on, right? We're waiting. Is there a ball problem? No. Jake Trebojevic is coming. Oh, Jake Trebojevic is going straight up the tunnel. I think he's been sent for an HIA as well. Surely Ethan Bullimore comes on now, right? Who's that? Is that Corey Waddell again? Oh, wow! The kick drilled towards the sideline, covered by Rob Toyer. That was tricky from Manly, but the Roosters were just awake enough to it, and Laiafi has his first tackle in the NRL. Olakau'atu's in that tackle. So is Simpkin. That one was on Celesi Piketty. On the second, they go left side. It's Connor Watson. And he's tackled just shy of halfway with Olakau'atu, Fogarty, and Hetherington involved. Now, Butcher cuts upfield, and he runs into Corey Waddell. There you go to Tedesco. Tedesco drifting across, finds Wong in the middle of the field. 30 out on the last. They go right side to Cherry Evans, who puts the kick up. Tedesco's lurking. Tedesco's under it. Tedesco takes it, punches it out back. It's kicked by Reece Robson into the arms of Angus Crichton, who turns around to Walker. Tupou's unmarked, and he's... Ah! Has he scored that, or was that a knock-on? Has Daniel Tupou scored this? If he has scored this, it is one of the best efforts I've ever seen. So let's see what's happened, because I think he's bobbled this. And has he played at the kick? Let's see. So, Daniel Tupou. Everybody's on side, it looks like. He's kicked it. He's kicked that. That should be a penalty try. That tackle by... Yeah, because Tupou's out. He's put his foot on the line, but Ruben Garrick's going to get sin-binned here, I think. Let's have a look at the rest of this. If there's no other infringements, Ruben Garrick's going to get sin-binned. It's towed by Robson out to Crichton. Walker wraps around. He throws the cutout ball to Daniel Tupou. There's no other infringements here. This is going to be, I reckon, a professional foul against Ruben Garrick, who's going to have to sit down for 10. Or will they give it a penalty try? They might. Because Tupou got there first even with getting hit. Tupou got there first even with getting hit. I think you have to give that a penalty try. This is going to be really intriguing. I wonder how they rule this. Because he stepped out. He stepped out there. And then he picks up the ball. So... is it a penalty try or is it a professional foul against Ruben Garrick? What's the call? Ruben Garrick looks pretty incensed. Daniel Tupou looks nonplussed. And it is a penalty try. Penalty try to the Roosters. 24-10 now. And this is getting out of hand quickly. But yeah, absolutely warranted. Kick. Pretty clearly a late tackle, right? And yeah, I think you had to give that a penalty try. Ruben Garrick acting confused, like he doesn't know exactly what he was doing there. That was pretty clearly a penalty try. Look, I'd prefer it be a penalty try than a sin bin at this point. That's just horrendous. That should always be a sin bin anyway. Hugo Savala was claiming it immediately. So now, it's going to be from dead in front because it's a penalty try. Walker will send this over. It's going to be 26-10. Roosters scored 3 tries in 10 minutes. I'm going to put this now. 26-10. Rocks walks in. Thunk. Yep. 26-10. Manly have just been blown off the park in the second half, and that's what I thought was going to happen. They just got too tired. Garrett trying to hype up the troops like that wasn't his fault, and Anthony Seibold is not looking a happy chappy, to say the least. I reckon Tom Trbojevic knew. Tom Trbojevic was right there. I reckon he knew. They're going to go short. They go long. Kickoff goes long. It's fielded by Tupou. 5 meters out. Now the run from Lindsay Collins takes it over the 10. He runs into the debutant Laiafi and also Corey Waddell. Oh! Immediate error from Lindsay Collins. An error in the play the ball. The big shot from Laiafi. That's a good moment for the young man. And Manly get their first real opportunity of the half. Yeah, he was just trying to get up and lost control of it. Pretty simple there. Yeah, and Simeone is fired up. Manly have tackled the Roosters 20 twice, neither of those left points. They go left side, Trbojevic. Trbojevic looking. He threw the dummy and then gets thrown to the ground by 3 Roosters, one of them being Siwa Wong. It's the middle of the field, it's Laiafi. And he tries to look for some points. He runs into now Fahu White, and he's stopped 3 meters out to help Connor Watson. So Simpkin goes right to Hetherington. Oh, that's why Bullimore hasn't come on. Yeah, okay, I see. Simpkin now goes right to Fogarty. Fogarty goes cut out ball to Garrick, and Garrick can't beat Savala. Now Saab. Fogarty dummies. Fogarty can't quite get through. Legs try saving tackle. Lindsay Collins redeems himself on the last. It's Brooks. He puts a grubber kick through directly into the arms of Siwa Wong. Laiafi is there to make the tackle. Now Nwanga Tawasi tries to gain some meters, and he stopped just shy of his own 10 on the second. Can Manly muscle up here? Run. Siwa Wong. He gains about 4. It's 13 out. Now, Tedesco gets over the 20. That's a good run. That's a gain of 12. He runs into the debutant Laiafi as well as Corey Waddell. Now they go left side to Walker. Walker's going to be looking for a 40-20 here. Trbojevic is over there. It goes out before the 20. So it'll be Manly's ball out of the 23. And Manly start to meander to get back on side here. It's just under 20 minutes left in this one. It's by no means over, but Manly haven't looked like scoring in the second half so far as Lehigh Hopewadi takes the hit up off the restart and gets over the 30. He's stopped by Wong and White. As now Ben Trbojevic pushed back by Rob Toyer and Connor Watson. Strong defense there. Now Laiafi trying to send a message, gets the legs pumping and gets over the 40. Best run of the set so far. On the third, they're going to go left to Brooks. Brooks short to Ben Trbojevic, and he's just going to take the run. He's lifted, but gets the ball back to Brooks. Brooks beats Wong. Brooks gets over halfway. On the fourth, short side Kohler beats the marker. Kohler looking for space. He finds a rampaging Kobe Hetherington, and he's stopped at the 20 on the last. Look out, Manly. Here we go. They go right to Fogarty. Fogarty puts the kick up for Olakawatu. He's tapped it forward in the arms of Tedesco. I think that's a knock-on from Manly first. And yes, That's the call. Double knock on Manly first. Will Manly look to challenge? I think the answer is no. Homole Olkalatu doesn't seem particularly interested in defending that call. Ruben Garrick was trying to signal a 6 again, but no. It's out 10. It's Connor Watson's going to play the ball. 17:55 left in this one. As Tupou takes the first hit up and he runs into 4 Manly forwards as Paul Bryan is on the field now for Manly. And the one into Arcee runs into Luke Brooks. He only gains about 3 with the help of Kobe Hetherington. Now short side run, this time it's Siwa Wong. He runs into Ben Trebojevic and gets over the 30. Strong run there, gain of about 11. Now they go back left to the middle of the field where the ball finds the ground, but then bounces in the arms of Connor Watson, and he beats 1 and is put down 35 out from his own line. And Homole Olkalatu is clutching at his shoulder. His right shoulder, I think he was looking at, while Walker gets over halfway. Cherry Evans puts the kick downfield. I'm going to monitor Olkalatu in this set. Let's see how he's doing. Trebojevic dummies to nobody. Takes the tackle 19 out from his own line. It's a point a minute now for Manly. Garrick gets over the 20 and is turned around and possibly pushed back over the 20 if you stop looking at Seabolt's face. He got pushed back inside his own 20. Now the run is going to be taken by, I think that's Paul Bryan. He runs into White and Watson. Now the hit are going to be taken by Hopoate. He's stopped by, that's Siwa Wong. They go on the 4th, they go right side. Fogarty shows and goes and nearly gets through, but it's a good tackle there from Lindsay Collins to stop him 5 shy of halfway when Brooks puts the kick downfield. Taken by Tedesco, 10 out from his own line. He beats Olkalatu, gets over the 20. Again, good starting position here. We're looking at Tolu Kola for some reason, as Hugo Savala takes the hit up here. He stopped at the 30. Cherry Evans to Nwanga into Wasi, and he tries to beat Brooks and can't, so he only gains about 3 meters on that run. On the 3rd, they go short right side. Cherry Evans fakes inside, goes out to Wong. Wong gets hit hard by Tolu Kola. He's stopped at halfway essentially. And Kohler, I think, is clutching in his face as White runs into Paul Bryan and Ben Trebojevic, and he's stopped 45 out from Manly's line on the last, where they go middle of the field. Walker, he puts the bomb up. Tedesco is not going to be under it because it drifts over to the left, so Saab is tackled by Collins 15 out from his own line. This is all the Roosters need to do. As Garrick tries to be sneaky and wrap around the short side for the hit up, he only gets about 5 meters there. As they go right to Olkalatu, he takes the hit up, maybe he's okay. He gets over the 30, he's stopped by Crichton. Now you've got Simpkin, goes to Brooks, they go left through Hopewadi, big left foot step from Hopewadi, gets him over the 40. On the 4th, Wong and Cherry Evans involved there as Brooks out back. Trebojevic to Kohler on the wing, he's got Trebojevic inside, the Manly are back in it. Trebojevic goes over for a second of the match. 15 minutes left. It's 14 Manly, 26 Roosters. This is what worked well for them in the first half, spreading it early to their speedy outside backs. And Tom Trebojevic knows that. He finds Kohler on the wing and then just backs up like he does best. Fogarty's going to have a kick to make this a 10-point game, and it's just an excellent run there from Trebojevic, who just got outside White, got the pass to Kohler, and Kohler sums it up beautifully. No look pass back inside to Trebojevic. That's just showing off from Tolu Kola there. Try is confirmed. And all of a sudden, Manly might have some pep in their step. The fans certainly look livelier than they have been for the past half hour. So Fogarty is probably going to be halfway to the left touchline, so preferred side for the right-footed kicker. Tom Trbojevic's 3rd double against the Roosters. His 28th in his career. Just absurd. Yeah, Fogarty is set up about halfway to the left touchline. He's taken it back about 22 metres. This is a big kick. 10 points feels a lot better than 12. Here we go. Rocking. Moves in. Strikes it. See? It's amazing what happens when you don't start it out to the right. He nailed it. 26-16. The Roosters still have the lead. There's 13:08 left in the game. And Trbojevic, you have to think, is starting to feel it, right? Do Manly have anything left in them? Here we go. Jake Trbojevic and his ADHD headgear gets to come back into this one. Who's going to come off? I imagine it'll be Corey Waddell, right? Has to be. Thunk. Kickoff goes downfield. Taken. First run. Laiapi off the back fence. That was a good run. And a quick play the ball too. Trying to milk a penalty, couldn't get it, so Hopalati takes the hit up and he gets over the 20. And he gets some help from Simpkins not get pushed back. He's held at 30, just over the 30. Good run from Hopalati. A short left side, Trbojevic. The Ben variety gets over the 40 on the third. Good stuff here from Manly. Was that Waddell or Hetherington? That's Hetherington who gets over halfway on the fourth. Now Simpkin, he looks right, goes right to Fogarty. Fogarty shows, dances, can't beat White, so he's going to be tackled on the last, just shy of the Roosters 40. So they go left to Brooks. Brooks runs it on the last two. Ben Trbojevic, there's so much space. Kola, he threw the ball for, I think maybe Nwangani Tawasi knocked that ball out. But Kola couldn't secure it, and Nwangani Tawasi makes another great defensive play. But they are finding some inroads on this left side. Look at the speed that Kola showed. As the first hit up here is taken by Nwangani Tawasi. He stopped shy of his own 20 as Tupou gets over the 20, and Paul Bryan falls off that tackle, but Hetherington's there to complete it after a gain of 10. As Nat Butcher runs, he scoots to the left side, and he's going to be stopped at the 40. On the third, they go left side to Walker. Walker to Crichton, gets over halfway. Big contact from Olakau'atu, stops him in his tracks with the help of Ruben Garrick and Jamal Fogarty, 5 over halfway. Gain of 15 there. As now Fahu White in the middle of the field now. Backs over the 40, keeps palming Bryan over the 35. White still on his feet. And a quick play the ball. They're going to go right to Cherry Evans. As Wong's under it. It's a great take from Trbojevic. But what a run from now Fahu White. He just makes it look so effortless. On the first step, 5 out as Saab tries to find some space and he has to drop after gaining about 3 on the second. So 8 meters out now. It's Kola. Strong run from Kola there. Gets them some breathing room. 15 from their own line on the third. Now it's Hopalati, gets over the 20, and he's going to keep the legs pumping and get to the 30. Gain of 15 there from Lehigh Hopalati. Another great run. They go right to Jake Trbojevic. Now to Fogarty. Now to Olakau'atu. Out back to Tom Trbojevic. Who, he got the ball to Saab, and Saab knocked it on. Saab had open pasture in front of him, but he has had handling problems the entire night, and they finally show up here. Oh, man. Was it the pass from Trbojevic that missed him, or was it Saab's hands? So we are inside 10 minutes to go now, and Manly have to do even more defending in their own half. The hit up from Butcher takes it over the 40 on the first. Robson goes middle of the field left to Cherry Evans, and he gives the ball to White. And White's going to go down just shy of Manly's 30 on the second. Manly have to hold here, you'd think. They go right to Cherry Evans, then to Tedesco. The ball finds nobody. It was touched by Manly. Set, restart. So now it starts from the 30. Yes, Tedesco, it's already been given. Play the ball. And Lindsay Collins takes the hit up, And he stopped 25 out on what's the first now. We go left to Walker. Walker's going to turn Crichton underneath, and he runs into Olakawatu and is immediately stopped at 20. But another ruck infringement. Angus Crichton getting a Jake Simpkin there as the ball goes to Cherry Evans, who spins out of contact, and he turns Wong underneath, and Wong can't beat the Brooks tackle. So he's 17 out on the second, dead in front of the posts. They go right to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans out back to Tedesco. Tedesco can't bounce out of the Ben Trebojevic tackle. With Paseka's help, he stopped at the 10 on the third. They go left to Cherry Evans. Now to Walker. Walker drifts across. He gets the ball. Oh my, what a shot from Jason Saab. Was it high? No, it was clean. Savala is staying down, and now a late call for a high tackle. Oh, that's going to be a killer if you're Manly. It might have actually been high, looking at it now. Yeah. Actually, Saab might have something to answer for this. But, like, Savala is half his usual height, I want to say, because he'd slipped over and was bracing for impact. What can Saab do there? Saab's going to get put on report for this, I think. Waiting for the call from the referee. If he gets sin binned for this, what's he supposed to do? Savala's feet aren't even on the ground when he hits him. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me with this bullshit. Come on. What is Jason Saab supposed to do in this situation? Get out. This is absurd. Like, Savala has fully slipped over. His feet are not on the ground. And then look, and he's laughing about it. What a load of garbage. For goodness sake. Honest and true, I do not get what defenders are supposed to do in that scenario. What do you want them to do differently? If they've done everything properly, they should not get punished. This is ridiculous. The Walker is going to kick the ball backwards over the touchline. Is going to be marked about 17 out from Manly's line. Savala. Ball to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans goes to Collins, and Paseka tries to put a shot on. You can tell he's frustrated as backs to the 11. Robson to Butcher. Butcher, good tackle there from Simpkin. They go right side to Cherry Evans. Short to Wong, who's put the ball down. See why Wong has put the ball down. And that is a ball don't lie moment if I've ever seen it. But now Manly have to try and make a 10-point comeback with their fastest player off the field. The guy that's been integral for their point scoring so far. Ian Tolu Kola. There's going to be a lot on his plate. Now, in fact, he's packing in a lock in this scrum, I think. Oh no, it is Jake Simpkin. Cola's packing in the second row. So, Fogarty. Paseka with the head up, and he gets over the 10, but then's dragged back by Robson. He's 12 out. They go left to Jake Trebojevic. He stopped just shy of the 20 on the second. You think they need to try and get expansive here, Manly. That's a good run, though, from Kobe Hetherington. He gets over the 30. Now they have to push it out, right? Yeah, they go to Fogarty and Olakawatu, short to Ben Trebojevic, and Olakawatu's hit hard after the pass. I think he's cramping as Fogarty splits it left to Brooks, and Brooks gives it to Etherington, and he's put down hard like Cherry Evans, shy of halfway. They go left to Brooks. Brooks is going to put the kick up. Cole is there. It's taken by Nwangani Tawasi. Pretty simply, he's tackled on his own 20, as now Rob Toya takes the hit up. He gains about 5, where he's stopped by Paseka and Simpkin there. Now, Tupou takes the hit up over the 30, and he beats one tackle and gets to the 40. That's a good run. Daniel Tupou, nearly 20 meters there. As now Butcher takes the hit up over halfway, and he gains another 15. The Roosters are rolling now. They go left side to Walker. Walker goes to Crichton, and Crichton couldn't quite beat Fogarty, but gets over Manly's 30. That's a huge set. Over 50 meters there as Walker puts the bomb up. And it's knocked backwards by Savala into the arms of Tupou, who volleyballs it back to Lindsay Collins, who puts the kick in, but Tom Trbojevic is there to field that one, and Manly have to try something extravagant here, you would think. Olakau'atu is moving very gingerly as Garrick tries to run backwards to beat the defense and can't. A bunch of Manly people calling for a penalty, which I don't think they've got one tonight. As Hopoate takes the run over the 10 on the third. As we get into within 5 minutes now. As Trbojevic goes out back to Fogarty, who goes out back to Trbojevic. Tom variety, he gets it out to Garrick, who tried to put the kick through, missed it. And Savala falls on it at Manly's 40. And I think you'd say that that does it. Roosters will run out the clock now to run by Tedesco. Yeah, they're in conservative mode now as Celeste Ficchetti's looking to get back on the field as Lindsay Collins runs off, I assume for putting in that horrendous kick. As now Farhu White gets over the 30. He's stopped by Trbojevic and Simkin with Paseka around the legs as Walker turns Butcher underneath and he runs to just side of the 20. They go left to Walker, who tried to put the kick in. Now Farhu White missed it. It's towed forward by Tedesco, and it goes over the dead ball line. So there's going to be a quick tap at the 20. Walker tried to be too cute there. And there's a challenge from the Roosters. So they're challenging that the final ball that went over the touchline came off Manly. So it's towed forward. Oh! There's the touch from Simkin, but I'm pretty sure that goes backwards. And then it's... Ooh, who kicks this? Who kicks this ball? Is it Tedesco? How far who White? I don't think touches the ball. I think we can play on from there as... Oh, it is! It's Ben Trbojevic who kicks it over the dead ball line. This will be a successful challenge. Good challenge there from the Roosters. Tedesco got that one in pretty quickly, hey? What's the call? There's a congregation happening with 5 Manly people. So, who's got the ball? What are we looking at? Rolling back, challenge. Inconclusive? Wait, no, if it's inconclusive, why is it not Manly's ball? Your call was quick tap. What is happening? If the challenge is this is so stupid. I thought that the challenge is inconclusive. The initial ruling stands, but it stays as the call on the field, right? Isn't that the call? What's happening? But Roosters ball, middle of the field. So it's the last, and it's dropped by... Oh, whoa! Rob Toya's claiming a try. Did he come down with that ball? I could have sworn it got dropped. Referee's given the try. It's Robert Toya, who may have completely sealed this game for the Roosters. Let's have a look at this. The kick goes up. I thought he dropped this. No, he caught that clean. What a catch from Robert Toya. Look at this. Ball's in the air. Takes it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's a try. Yeah, that's on the ground. I think that's a Roosters try. And that'll do it. What a catch from Robert Toya. Unless they find a way to take this off somehow. Maybe there was a disruptor. Nobody knows what the fuck that rule means. Hasn't been confirmed yet from what I've seen. Robert Toya, his second try of the night to go with setting up another one for Mark Nawangani Tawasi. John Trbojevic is having a chat with the referee. He's incensed. This has been a farce from the referees tonight. This has been a joke. Trbojevic is mad. I don't think I've seen him that mad in a while. I thought that was the rule of the inconclusive challenge. Was the call not to go back out to the 20? I could have sworn that's what he called. I have no idea what happened there, but it's 30 to 16, sorry. It's Sam, we're waiting for confirmation here. Hold on. Let's wait a second. It hasn't been confirmed yet. Oh, now it has. Referee told Sam Walker to set up. I think it's been confirmed. Yep, there it is. I think they were checking that the contest was clean, and it was. So Walker sets up from about halfway to the touch line on the right side. Rocking. Walks in, strikes it. And look, he didn't start it out to the right, and he kicked it. Funny how that works. So 32-16 for the Roosters. They've walked into Brookvale with Daly Cherry Evans, and he's won his revenge game. And now you think Seabold's been under pressure for a while. It's not going to get any easier for him, because the Roosters have been by no means perfect in this game. As Ruben Garrick, I think, is looking for a short kickoff here. They do go short to the left side for Hopewadi. And Mark just jumped the height of two people to catch that just uber casually. He is superhuman. As they move left to Crichton, and Crichton, they're looking for more points, the Roosters. They're looking to send a message. Angus Crichton gets the ball out to Tupou, and he cuts back in the middle of the field. He's eventually going to be stopped over the 40 by, that's Ben Trbojevic. Mark Nawangani Tawasi is bleeding from the nose. Walker, Butcher, put down quickly by Jake Trbojevic. They have been tackled nearly 100 times in Manly's half. That's absurd. Now Fahu White's gone over straight through. He can't beat Trbojevic. Yes, he can. Now Fahu White's still going. He's stopped 5 meters out by Jake Trbojevic. My word. So they go right to Cherry Evans. He puts the chip kick up. It's fielded by Lehigh Hopewadi. And there is a penalty because the Sea Eagles are offside. Of course. Cherry Evans not happy with what looks like his left leg. He's trying to stretch out his calf. Old man injury. That was a great run. Now Fahu White's such a great player. I love him. Now Siwa Wong takes the head up and he runs into Jake Trbojevic as Sydney really looked to put the icing on the cake of this one. As Robson from dummy half goes short to now Fahu White, and he can't beat the three Manly people that are there, and he's laughing as he goes to ground. Now Fahu White, the Robson from dummy half goes left to Walker. Walker turns Tedesco underneath. Tedesco dancing, looking for space. Stopped by Kobe Hetherington. Kobe Hetherington is that one. Now Robson goes left again, this time to Walker. Walker can't get rid of the ball. So Fogarty and Simpkin wrap that one up on the 4th. With 50 seconds left, the Roosters go right to Cherry Evans. He puts the kick through, bounces off the post. It's grounded by Luke Brooks. And they do have to get this kick away, but I can't imagine much is going to come of it. And this is going to feel good if you're Daly Cherry Evans, right? And the Manly faithful are going to be pissed. I know Trbojevic with the quick drop out finds the chest of Sam Walker. Walker's going to set up for a field goal. He strikes it. Did he get it? I think he got it. Yes, Sam Walker kicked a field goal. We get a 33-16 victory is what it's going to be for the Sydney Roosters. I love that. Just off the kickoff, just casually slot a 38-meter field goal. Barely got there, but got there nonetheless. Angus saying, well done, Sam. There is 12 seconds left. This is the longest 5 minutes of football in history. Daly Cherry Evans is having a laugh. Trent Robinson looks depressed. I don't know how. I want to see what Anthony Seibold looks like right now. He probably looks like air-fried chicken. They're going to go short here, or Manly just given up? They're going to go short, because why not? Garrick puts it short. It's not high enough, and Wangani Tawasi comes down with it. And he's going to just be tackled at the 40, and that will see us out at Brookvale. The Sydney Roosters and Daly Cherry Evans win their second game of the year. Manly are 0 for 3, a 33-16 final scoreline for the Roosters. What a game from the Wangani Tawasi. What a game from now Faku White. They had so many great players in this one, the Roosters did. Let me have a look at this. I would be surprised if now Faku White isn't over 200 metres. Only 166, albeit off 14 runs. The Wangani Tawasi, 216 metres. James Tedesco, 218 metres. Dan Tupou, 188. Nat Butcher got 201. The extended minutes he had to play because of the Egan Butcher HIA, he was excellent. Connor Watson played 67 minutes, scored a try. He was excellent. Good performances all over the park from this Roosters team. For Manly, Tolu Kola was probably their best, 250 metres. Lehigh Hopewadi was also excellent out of yardage. I thought Tom Trbojevic had a pretty good game. Corey Waddell was really good. He won't get the praises, but I thought he was excellent when he was on the field, besides that one stupid high tackle that he did. But I thought he was pretty good. Kobe Hetherington played, I think, most of the game. He was excellent. Let's have a look here. The Roosters had 60% of the ball, completed at 96%. I mean, my word, over 2,000 metres. Crazy. Well, the Roosters win and Manly lose. Gonna feel good if you're Daly Cherry Evans, right? Good game though. That was a good game. The first half was a lot of fun. The second half was a little bit more of a slog. But you know, good job, Roosters. Yeah. And Manly, you kind of suck still. So, have fun beating the Cowboys in round 7, I guess. Yeah. Alright, I think that's me done. That was a good game. That was a good game. Roosters win. I don't like it. But I will see you guys in the weekly roundup.